You look like someone who knows trouble. Adventurer by trade, am I right? I'm Dulef of the Mages Guild. Spellslinger for hire, and court mage to Count Mornard of Galen. At least for now. We could use your help, and we've got the gold to pay for it. The usual. Well, more than that. Galen's beset by sea elf pirates. But these aren't the usual isolated raids. House Mornard's defending the isle as best they can, but their knights are stretched thin, and the druids are too distracted to lend a hand. Some quarrel among the circles. Never seen the druids so at odds before. But if you're willing to help, go talk to the Count's son, Sir Stefan. He's just outside Vastir, leading the effort to drive off the Sea Elves. What do you say, sailor? Sir Stefan is outside Vastir with Lord Baccaro, the leader of the Society of the Steadfast. Which reminds me, I've got the healing herbs he asked for. Give these to Lord Baccaro, mate. Now I'm off. Got Sea Elf raiders near Windrak Fort to deal with.
Let's hit the trail.
The Steadfast are here to aid those harmed by the Sea Elf attacks. I have no knights to lend you, Count Mornard, Sir Stefan.
We'll have to handle the Sea Elves ourselves, then. I don't know what's keeping the druids.
You place too much trust in those ivy-robed beggars, Stefan.
Welcome, friend. I don't believe I've seen you around Vastir before. How can the Society of the Steadfast help you? Ah, thank you. We're short-handed, and I haven't had anyone to send for these. As you can see, the fighting on Galen has caused no end of suffering. And most of the victims are simple farmers and townsfolk, not soldiers. Damn those Sea Elf pirates! For the most part, there have been some incidents among the Druid circles, too, but the Sea Elves are definitely the biggest threat. Talk to Sir Stefan Mornard. I'm sure he can find a use for someone with your obvious talents. Young Sir Stefan is over there with his father, Count Mornard. They will readily accept any assistance you're willing to offer. Now, if you'll excuse me, the Society of the Steadfast's work is never done. I founded the Society to alleviate the suffering caused by the war in Tamriel, but now we go wherever we are needed. We provide healing, food, and shelter to those afflicted by strife or natural disaster. Our healing pavilions are well known. We happened to be holding a conference on High Isle when Count Mornard sent word of the Sea Elf attacks. I mobilized the Society here in the archipelago and came as soon as we could. We'll draw resources from the mainland, but that will take time. Nothing too out of the ordinary. Just a meeting of the Society and local leaders, looking for more ways the Society can be of use to all the people of Tamriel. Oh, speaking of use, I should get back to it. Talk to Sir Stefan if you want to lend a hand.
Well met, adventurer. If you're looking for work, I need all the help I can get. Sea Elf raids are nothing new on Galen, but never have they attacked in such numbers. The whole southeast shore is under siege. I'm not sure. Most Sea Elves are pirates. Easy plunder is what they're usually after. But the Dreadsails are more determined than any Maormer I've seen before. Whatever their goal, we must push them back. Hand me your map. I've received reports of dread sails near Windrack Fort, the village of Tuin, and Suncleft Cove. I need you to investigate these sightings and chase off any sea elves you find. Let them know Galen won't go down without a fight. Not as ready as I would like, friend. We don't have enough knights to protect the whole island, but I need information even more than I need soldiers. Find out what the dread sails really want, if you can, and where they plan to strike next. All 3 locations I need you to investigate lie to the east. Chase away any sea elves you find at the fort and the village, and see if you can figure out what they're up to at the cove. Report back to me in Vastir when you're done.
Over here, mate. I thought I might see you here. Looks like a band of sea elves got ashore and seized the fort. Now more of those sea dogs are on their way. I was hoping. I spotted more sea elf warships brimming with reinforcements. Luckily, the fort's ballistas are intact. Get to the ballistas and stop those ships. That will give us time to deal with the enemies who already made it to shore. I'll see if I can rally the knights and get the wounded back on their feet. We'll need them to hold the fort once you stop the reinforcements from reaching the shore. Meet me on the bluffs north of the fort when you're done. Take a right when you get into the fort. There's a path that leads down to the docks. You'll find the ballistas there. My guess is the dreadsail ships will flee at the first sign of resistance. They won't risk their ships to ballista strikes. Nice work, mate. Your aim was impeccable. Well done. These dreadsails may be fierce, but they lack loyalty. Even though they've got numbers on their side, they won't stick their necks out for their mates. That's something we can use against them. You've done your part. We can deal with the stragglers around Winrack Fort, now that they've got no reinforcements coming to support them. Your work's just beginning though, mate. I fear the seas ahead will be rough for all of us.
Light, what a slaughter.
Courage brings victory.
Light, take it. I came to help the Eldertide Druids defend their village, but I was too late. This battle is already lost. You're not an islander, and you're certainly not a sea elf. What are you doing here, stranger? Sir Stefan's a dear friend of mine, and practically a druid himself. We studied together, under Archdruid Raval when we were younger. It's not unlike him to worry about the druids, even the Eldertide. The Dreadsails happened, but it makes no sense. The Eldertide have no riches. Druids don't care about such things, and they command formidable magic. What pirate attacks a target that can fight back for no obvious profit? That's strange. It makes me wonder what the Sea Elves really hope to gain by these attacks. Let's look around. Watch for anything that looks interesting or out of place. With any luck, we can figure out why the Sea Elves attacked Tuin. A lore keeper? What relic could they be searching for? The candles are still burning. The Eldertide Druids who tend this altar have not been gone for long. Let's take a look in the lodge. There might be something about the relic there.
Afraid of you.
Archdruid Orlaith, what are you doing here?
Confirming a suspicion, little Laurel. Archdruid Raval was right to call the Dreyfa together. Tell him the fire song will attend. The time has come to gather the seeds. The prophecy of the Druid King is at hand.
The seeds? Is that what this... Oh, Blight. She's gone. Friend, we should talk. Root and rot! That was Archdruid Orlaith, leader of the Fire Song Circle. I think I know what really happened here, and I don't like it at all. The relic the Dreadsails sought is the sacred seed of the Eldertide, a gift of the last Druid King. Each circle was granted one. That's what Archdruid Orlaith meant by gathering seeds. Could she be the druid mentioned in the Dreadsails' orders? This isn't the first blood the Fire Song have spilled. A group tried to take the Stone Lore seed from a shrine on High Isle. Others attacked weirds on the mainland. Now signs of them here at Tuin? They've turned against the other circles. Not as far as I know. The seeds are mentioned in the Dream of Cassarain, the prophecy of the last Druid King. The Fire Song seem to believe its time has come. The other circles, not so much. Perhaps the Dreyfa can make sense of all this. A council of druids, elders from all three circles. Archdruid Reval of the Stone Lore has summoned the Dreyfa to address grievances against the Fire Song. But up till now, Orlaith ignored him. Tell Stefan about this. Pirates aren't his only problem.
Why is it that the next adventure always seems to be a long ride off?
A single sea elf bested the lot of you?
She hit us like a storm of steel. Didn't kill anyone, though. Just put us in the sand.
Can you believe this? I came to check on my knights when I found them indisposed. House Mornard's finest. Pah! Now, who are you? My knights tracked a band of Dreadsails to the cave here at Suncleft Cove. As they tell it, however, a single sea elf tore through them before they could search inside. Didn't even bother to kill them. Just knocked them senseless and left them here. Right, that was in my report. Since Sir Stefan sent you, I could use your help. Scout the cave. We have to find the prisoners and free them. I'll follow once my knights recover. Just watch out. The sea elf who beat them is somewhere inside. Remember, we think the Dreadsails have prisoners in there. Maybe some knights, but certainly druids from the nearby village. Find them if you can and set them free. We'll join you as soon as my knights recover their senses.
This one has the information I think. We simply need to extract it from her. I'll take a look into the keep. Dispose of the rest if you wish. Do not tarry long.
No, please! Don't hurt them! You only need me!
Victory is cruel. Defeat is worse. will be ours!
Slack, you and your Sea Lord aren't fit to call yourselves Marama.
Stay your hand, stranger! This sea elf saved our lives.
I told the fool knights outside I wasn't their enemy. Do you have more sense than them? You're willing to talk. At least you're smarter than those knights outside. I suppose Sea Lord Nalos and his scum have taught the people of this island to fear anyone with blue skin. Understand this. I don't answer to that foul beast. Captain Siravane of the Gilded Blades. You'd call me a pirate, I suppose? But I'm not one of Sea Lord Nalos's traitors, and I'm not involved in all this druid foolishness. You look confused. Must be from the continent. Yes, I'm a Marama. Well, they're not captives anymore, and you and I need not be enemies. Sea Lord Nalos is my quarry, for reasons of my own. But I'll tell you this much, mercenary. Nalos seeks some sort of druid relic. Calls it a sacred seed. I'm not sure. That slimy eel escaped and he took one of the druids with him. Probably thinks she can take him to that seed. No matter. I'll find him. Warn your allies about the Sea Lord, mercenary. Galen isn't safe while he lives.
The Sea Elf escaped. Oh, too bad. At least we can get these druids to safety. We'll handle things from here. Return to Vastir and report to Sir Stefan when you're ready.
What do you think you'll make with that?
Your people are in as much danger as everyone else, Galfin. Sea elves make no distinctions when it comes to staging raids.
I didn't say we weren't, Dame Theta. But the Stonelore can fend for themselves. We always have.
I'm simply suggesting that you bring your people into the city. The Vine District has enough room for more druids.
Ah, here's our mate now.
Well met, friend. Julef tells me you handled yourself well at Windrak Fort. Now, what news of the other two locations? Laurel seemed troubled when she returned, but she went to find Archdruid Reval before I could speak to her. A good thing I sent you to Tuin, then. The Eldertide rarely need or want our help, but I'm glad we could provide it. Still, why would the Dreadsails take prisoners to the Cove? When Sea Elves take captives, they usually sail off and demand ransom. The Dreadsails are working with a druid of the Firesong Circle? The Firesong usually have nothing to do with outsiders, let alone Sea Elf pirates. And now I understand why Laurel seemed so worried, and why the Dreyfa has been summoned. What madness! A war among the circles is the last thing Galen needs right now. I've been invited to observe the Dreyfa. I'd like you to tag along. Find Laurel in the Vine District here in the city. If she agrees, you can join us. The Vine District lies on the east side of the city near the harbor. It's a small druid conclave. I'll join you there shortly. I need to confer with my father and send scouts to search for Sea Lord Nalos while we attend the Dreyfa.
The local druids. I have an idea for their herb gardens.
Behind you. And we never think to
Taking that aroma, folks. That's the Chef Razi's guarantee. You there, Trevor.
Oh, hello again.
You look as
What brings you to the
adventurous as
Vine
my taste
District?
buds. Care to help the greatest?
I hoped to see you again, my friend. But I need to prepare for the Dreyfa. The Elders really must deal with the strife that has come between the circles. You know, that's not a bad idea. Few outsiders are permitted to attend the council meetings, but you can attest to what we saw at Tuin. The Firesong Circle is willing to use force to gather the 3 sacred seeds, and that's just wrong. The last Druid King gave 1 seed to each circle long ago. He also gave us a prophecy, the Dream of Kasserine. Some druids consider it a warning, but Archdruid Orlaith and others believe it's a call to action. Meet me at the Telling Stone, the landmark near the center of the island. It would be easier to simply show you the prophecy, and it's close to Dreyfa Dell. Besides, there's someone at the stone you should meet.
There you are. Laurel, may I escort you to the Dreyfa?
My thanks, Stefan. I have much to tell you. But I promise to show our friend here the Telling Stone along the way.
Of course. We'll see you at the Telling Stone, friend.
Were in a good mood when they made this place.
Darkness stirs.
Roots tremble. Druids gather. I am the nourisher. The sower. Needed?
I don't think that's wise, Free. I don't trust the fire song.
Fire song. Pulsing, ripping, torn free from the ground. Blood in leaves. A memory. Friend of Laurel. I am free. Keeper, nourisher, sower, song of the green. The king spoke. Free became. Dream given form. Made real. Awakened too early. Unrest in the soil. Something is wrong. A song of hate blows through the branches. Harm drips like sap. It soaks the ground. Awakened to fire. Tremors. Volcano. Deadwood. Blood in the shadows. I am troubled. Rock. Root. Leaf. Brook. All dreams of the green. My kin. Spirits given form. We are. Purpose. Meaning. Now, a new purpose grows. Unwelcome change. King Kasserine called me from the green. A choice to be made. A moment. Waiting. Needed. My purpose is to be. Wait. Listen. Roots must find water before they drink.
Welcome to the Telling Stone, my friend. These runes tell the prophecy we call the Dream of Kasserine. Almost nothing survives from the time of the Druid King. But we have this. And now Free as well. A nature spirit, called from the green by King Kasserine, and hidden with the weird in High Rock. They slept since the time of the last Druid King, until the Firesong Circle sent an Archdruid to find Free and awaken them. I probably know more about the Druid King than any other Druid alive, but so much remains a mystery. The Dream of Kasserine describes a mountain shaking and a sower awakening. I think it's talking about Mount Firesong and Free. So much has been lost, so I can only guess. Maybe Archdruid Orlaith believes the seeds must be united to make the prophecy come true? Until they end their violent ways, though, I plan to keep Free a secret. Let's go see what happens at the Dreyfa. The Dreyfa will begin soon. 3 Archdruids from each circle meet in a dell within the hills across the valley just to the south of here. We should make our way there. I don't want to miss anything.
Places where things happen, even if they were sad things. This is a great area for harvesting.
The day is upon us. The Dreyfa must crown a new Druid King.
Perhaps. But you have no right to claim the sacred seeds by force.
You hide your seeds and keep the sower of Kasserine's dream for yourself. You declared this war, not the Fire Song.
No Druid King can be crowned until the Circles are united. The telling stone is quite clear.
This Drafa is a sham. If I must burn away the old to reveal the new, so be it!
Thank you, Commander. Now, go help Laurel and Stefan.
Go on! I'll keep watch here.
Mainlanders should not meddle in Druid affairs. Deal with them, Brenna.
Prepare to be dead, you outsider!
You defeated my champion? No matter. Tell Count Mornard to stay out of this, or his son's life is forfeit.
The Elder Tide will make Orlaith answer for this outrage.
She has young Stefan. We must tread carefully, yet, thanks to this mainlander, we still live.
We must inform Count Mornard. I won't tell Archdruids what to do, but you're welcome in Vestir.
Orlaith was going to take me, but Stefan intervened. He put himself in danger to save me and protect my circle. We need to tell Count Mornard what happened, and then we have to help Stefan. Archdruid Orlaith never intended the Drafa to judge her actions. Root and rot. She only agreed to come so she could have the Dreadsails kill the Archdruids. She meant to leave the Stone Lore and the Eldertide crippled and without their leaders. So I see. Thank you. That was more good than I could do. I chased after Orlaith and ran directly into her hands. Worse yet, I brought Stefan right to her. Now the Firesong Circle has a hostage. I don't know, but Count Mornard will be furious. Archdruid Orlaith might demand the sacred seeds in exchange for Stefan. Or she could make House Mornard stand down until her allies collect the seeds for her. This is bad.
These sea elf pirates become more brazen every day. When is House Mornard going to do something? You know, House people never handle
I can't believe the Fire Song betrayed us. Attacking the Drake Hut. How will that bring the circles together?
The Fire Song will answer for this crime, Gal.
And now my son is in their clutches? We should have left these foolish druids to their squabbles.
Ignoring someone doesn't mean they'll ignore you. We need the Eldertide and the Stone Lord to meet this threat and save your son.
Dulef tells me you played no small part in repelling the Dread Sails and foiling an attack on the Druid Council, mercenary. Has the Fire Song Circle truly made an alliance with the hated Sea Elves? All this trouble over druidic nonsense? And it led to the deaths of 4 Archdruids? Unbelievable! But I wouldn't expect Sea Elf pirates to bother with an alliance that doesn't pay in plunder. What does Sea Lord Nalos get out of all this? Typical. A druid who doesn't believe in property generously giving away something that doesn't belong to her. When last I looked, I ruled Galen. Did Archdruid Orlaith say what she wants from me as a price for keeping my son alive? I had no interest in druid quarrels until she threatened my son. Bah! Stefan warned me something dangerous was afoot. I should have listened. Here, House Mornard always pays its debts. There's more to come if you continue to aid us, mercenary. I refuse to let Galen...